Today we're going to be focusing at Paragon on the range aspect of this training. So when we leave here, we'll go down to the range. You'll see some persons conducting live firing. It's going to be pretty loud. It's going to be pretty dynamic.
We're doing some what we call live fire training. This is an opportunity for the Marines and partner nations as well as allied service members to exercise the basic fundamentals of the training. We got approximately 60 service members out here from various countries conducting the live fire training, doing service rifle as well as service pistol. What you're going to see behind me is the service rifle portion of the Evolution. This is essentially a modified version of what we do for our annual rifle qualification. So Marines will conduct this type of training multiple times a year just to maintain their proficiency with their assigned service rifle.
We will do this drill 3 times. Do it 3 times.
Standing and kneeling, that's it. No front.
Shooters, stand by.
Stand by.
Stand by.
Contact.
Contact.
Make sure they reload if they need to.
What we have going on behind me is we actually have our evac tent. So in the event that we have any sort of severe casualty, whether it be from training or support personnel, we bring them into our evac tent and we do initial triage. We assess our patient, and then with support, significant support brought to us by the BDF, we would actually exfil out of the field environment back to the what we call the Role 2, or the field hospital. In this case would be St. Anne's, or our Role 3, which is a much larger capacity hospital organization, which would be Queen Elizabeth for our exercise. So behind me right now, we actually have some of my team and some team from the Netherlands. So we and the Dutch have been working together to go through patient scenarios and roles to make sure that we as partner nations inside this exercise are present and are on point for when and if the event happened where we had an actual patient casualty. So from the American standards, the golden hour is from the time that we have any injury. The expectation is that we have initial medical attention immediately, and then they actually get back to that Role 2 or Role 3 based upon severity of injury. And we have less than 60 minutes from the time that that injury is occurred to get them assessed and medevaced out of that site. So we actually did an exercise the other day between the partner nations with our aviation unit, and we actually had a full exercise across the island, and we made it in 27 minutes. We're here as the aviation support to Operation Tradewinds 24. We are supporting right now via our CASEVAC operations, all medical for the island, and we're partnering with BDF and the 26 partner nations that are here right now conducting various training events throughout the time that we're on the island. We've been supporting ground forces, the maritime forces, Barbados Defense Forces, and then also conducting some of our actual mission essential training tasks while we're here. We have a crew of 43 personnel that have been operating at the Grantley Adams International Airport, and we've been every day flying here to Paragon and to the northern portions of the island supporting the various tracks as needed. Behind me is a UH-60 Mike helicopter. It is the Army's utility helicopter. It is a 11-person troop capacity in the back, as you can see with the seats right here. Crew of 4, 2 pilots and 2 crew chiefs. They sit up in the front portions of the cabin. The aircraft is an all-weather aircraft. It's the primary workhorse for the Army. We can do a plethora of different events and trainings with this. We can move troops, we can move equipment. We have the ability to sling load from the bottom of the aircraft, whether it's cargo, vehicles, equipment. We also have over-water capabilities where we can land to destroyers, cutters, large scale, and we can also deploy troops via the air or ground with our fast rope insertion bars where soldiers can, from a rope, deploy from the aircraft down to the ground. So we're a multifaceted airframe that can do a plethora of different tasks the Army requires us to do.